It's delivery time. Ooh, yeah, delivery time. Pallet just for me. Spoiler alert, Alfagrog is the media of choice for today's video. Welcome back to Watercore for another update. Finally back up, feeling a little bit better, so I'm able to get on with it. Apologies, it's been a week's gap. I just didn't have any energy with whatever I've had. So anyway, we're cracking on with it today. Hopefully today we will get the final part of progress that we're after. So I'm going to crack on straight away. I've got to get this cleaned out where I left them sitting stagnant but not running for so long. I got a lot of algae growth, scum on top of the pond, so I had to drain them down. Need to give them a quick clean again, and then I shall refill them and get on with finishing off the filter. So let's get on with it. Right, so why Alfagrog? A couple of reasons. I've seen an awful lot of videos lately on really expensive medias, a lot of shower medias, ceramic medias, etc., which are ridiculous prices. And Alfagrog, I think, is a bit of a forgotten beast. And also, I'm not entirely happy with how my moving bed's been running in on my blue tub, and I was going ceramic this time, so in step Alfagrog. Had a chat with Alfagrog. They've been kind enough to provide us this with the channel so we can use it. I'm going to be running the system completely on this, and the point being, this is pound for pound the cheapest media that you can get. So I want to showcase its capabilities in the koi arena. It's something I've used in aquariums for years. It's really good stuff. Never had any problems with it, and always pretty successful. So, and I've also been using it in the IBC for the grow on, and again I've had some fantastic results, which you'll see soon. So when you're looking at this surface area wise, if we take K Plus for example, the Evolution Aquaplastic media that you use in your moving bed, you are going to be getting 1,350 meters squared of surface area per meters cubed. If you take that same calculation and measurement in Alfagrog, you're going to get 45,000 meters squared in meters cubed. So it's a big difference. And that's what I'm talking about, this variant, which is the E40. There is also another variant, the E25 Alfagrog, which has double the surface area of the E40 again, so massive increase. So when we're talking about biological capacity, we've got absolutely loads here. Just quickly about this stuff, it is fired in the UK, it's made from clay and other minerals, and it's put for very high temperatures. When it's cooled down, it's then collected and bagged and sold. It is inert, doesn't affect your pH in any way, shape or form, and I know there's a myth out there about this clogs. It may clog in the backy shower if you haven't got mechanical filtration on it, but if you've got proper mechanical filtration, like any media, it won't clog, and like any media it will if you haven't. You can find Alfagrog at as little as £1 per kilo for the E40, making this lot under £200, and with the surface area it's going to give you, bang for buck, you will not beat it. And again, just a reminder that it doesn't have to be expensive to be good. Spend your money in the right areas and you can get some fantastic results. Let's get on with washing it. So, let the fun commence. So I'm going to clean it all out. So showing up the first bag, just thought I'd quickly show you how I'm going to do it, what I'm doing. Loads of ways of doing this. It's just trying to get some of the finer dust off from the manufacturing process. You don't want that sitting in your system. What I'm going to be doing is using media bags. There's a 4-pack Cottony Koi ones, and they work at about £3 pack. So I've got a couple of those. The reason I'm doing that is if you want to take media in or out in the future, you only have to take the bags out. You don't have to go and pick up every tiny little piece of this that you want out of the way. Just gives you a bit more flexibility, a bit more ability to move stuff. I'm going to be using bucket, an old plant pot, holes all in the bottom of it, and then literally just rinsing water through either with the watering can or the hose, depending on how bored I get, how quickly. And I've got some little helpers that are going to go and help me. So yeah, right, I'll snap back in a bit when I'm showing you how it's all in the bag. Come on, monsters, let's get it on. And there you go, all the dirty water, taking the dust through and back. Right, better go because my little helper's going to complain about the weight. So here it is, all bagged up, all into the bags. So now I'm just going to get it moved across into the filter. So some of it be going, well, it's going to split between the vortex and the nexus. For now it's just going to be the vortex. So I'm going to move this in there, get on with sorting out the vortex quickly, and I'll show you how we get on. Alright, so there we go, exactly what I was talking about. Gridding, cut to fit, supported on all 4 corners, hole with a pipe through the middle, so the media neck can all crowd around it on the way up to the top, and then I'll sort out the hole through the lid when we're ready. So right, next bit. Right, so one of them times when my idea has backfired. So I forgot before I started putting the bags in, I hadn't put my airing properly in the bottom and run the pipe. So I was like, let's take the bags out. As you can see, the bags don't take an awful lot of abuse. This type of bag, it's probably meant for a different type of media, if I'm honest. They were only cheap, the cheapest ones I could find, so they've ripped, so I've now got loose grog in here. Not the end of the world, not with this one. The main reason I wanted bags was so I could get to the underneath easy enough, but was actually for the Nexus if I decide to put grog in the outer ring. But I will look into some smaller bags and some more heavy duty bags to do that if that's the route I'm going. So yeah, if you're going to use them bags, bear in mind when you've got sharp media, it will destroy them. So I've got to take all that out to put my airing in, but we'll get there. Right, I'll show you when we're getting on. Okay, so we are there. Finally, we'll be getting to the point where it's going to be turned on and left on. Touch wood. A little bit more filling up to do. We've got the grog filter sitting nicely. Air coming up through from underneath from the little airing. Giving some nice oxygen for the bacteria when they start growing and forming on there. Massive surface area. So we've got about 120 kilos of grog in there. And then what we will do eventually, I think, is put some more in the outer ring of the Nexus. Yes, I know it's not how you're supposed to use it, and that's what it was designed for, etc, etc, but I'm trying something different, and we're going to leave it empty for a while because we're going to have a look at see how much that outer ring gets crap in it. I mean, it's already got some build up in it from where stuff falls in it, but I'll try and work out how to cover the outer ring, and then we'll see what the drum does. But yeah, there we go. Just going to sort out plumbing of this in again. We've got the start of our little screwed some window and door frame screws, self-tapping through metal to put the plug on, the wood onto the frame, and then use some cable ties to hold various bits and screw the drum controller in. The air pump there, it's a very small air pump running that, that's why there's not a lot of air. We're not looking for massive turbulence, we're just looking to provide some extra oxygen for the bacteria to use. If you look, you can see even though I've washed that, if the camera's picking it up, it's still a little bit misty, which you'll always get. So the rest of that will be caught up now by the drum filter hopefully and spat out. So yeah. Right, let me crack on. Let's go. Okay, so I've been fiddling with the outlets, just trying to give myself a little bit less water loss through splashing. This isn't final, but so I've done it this way so I can move it. None of this is glued. This is all smooth testing. However, what I can tell you is if you try with a Venturi this style and put those pipes into the water and create a negative pressure, you'll get water blowing back through, which you don't want because you get water in there. But that's all working now. I can already smell the ozone coming through, so all working as it should, as intended. And I'm just going to have some playing around filling with these, see if I can get them under the water slightly because I want them submerged if I can. For aeration flow in these, we're going to be looking at some different air bars later down the line, but this is me wanting to get as much ozone into the water as possible. Alright, you can hear it's all running. I don't have any fan on the ducting yet, ducts on the fan rather. So it's 6 o'clock at night, 15 degrees it's saying current water temperature is, which I think, yeah, 15.3, and the air temperature in here is 17.8. So I'm going to leave this just for an hour, see what happens. Obviously the temperature will be coming down anyway. Obviously I know I'm pumping the cold air in here, which is not the way I want to be doing it, but I'm just testing this in a minute, and I've obviously still got a slight drip here which I need to work out. Okay, but yeah, I'll come back in an hour and see what we've got. Alright, back an hour later, and I can tell you it's made a massive difference to the air temperature and it feels cold. Obviously it would, it needs ducting. So as I said, this was all just a test to see if it works. We're still on 15 as well, so 0.3 in an hour, it's moved up, but now obviously the ambient temperature is lower because of the hump, so I'm going to turn it off tonight and then I'll start looking at how we're getting the ducting done. But yeah, we're getting there, fish soon. Right, so what I think I'm going to do now is this. I think again, like I've said in the previous video and stuff, happy it's all working. It's doing a fantastic job considering it's not vented, it's doing really well. Currently water's sitting at 18.8, air's only at 18.5, so it's been a miserable day in terms of weather. Sun's out a little bit at the minute, so hopefully give me a little bit of heat, but working really well. But looking at the filter, so here we are with the Alfagrog. So we've got 100 kilos there or thereabouts in here, and then I will also get a similar amount into the Nexus when I'm ready to. But at the moment it's going to be running off this 100 kilos, probably put another 15 kilos in there because I've got a bit on the top. I was just deciding what to do. I'll read the outlet and put a bit of jack matting in maybe. But this will mature quicker. Obviously you can see it is what it is. It's fired, it's inert, doesn't cause you an issue with your pH. And do you know what? This costs like 14 quid for 15 kilos for the E40 stuff. This is the bigger of the two. You can get the E25, which has in it double the surface area. But what's mad is when you compare this to the surface area of K1, it's a much bigger surface area. Yes, you haven't got a moving bed, it's not going to clean itself. But if your mechanical filtration is doing its job tip-top properly, and bearing in mind I'm running a drum, this shouldn't be a problem at all. The only I have to honestly say, I think it's a fallacy that this stuff clogs. I don't think this stuff clogs any more than anything else does. When it comes to clogging biological media, it's normally because your mechanical is not up to scratch or your maintenance isn't being done enough. You should be maintaining your biological area if you know that you're getting crap through into your chambers. Obviously, this being a vortex, I will be getting anything that gets through settle at the bottom, so that will come out. Obviously, being what it is, it should mature a lot quicker than plastic media, so I can get up and running. And it's fully submerged, so it's not like using it in a shower. We are using it purely as a fully submerged biological media, so that's where we're at. It's getting there. Yeah, I have to admit I was actually tempted to start putting fish in, but I haven't, purely because I don't have anything to cover these yet, and I don't want fish jumping out, and that would devastate me. I am doing water tension this at the minute. I'm not going to show you in there because I'm going to do that as a separate video to show you the results of what we've achieved in here since November. So probably about 6 months by the time I come to do the video. So, but everything in there will be moving into one of these tubs with a few new additions and stuff out there. But I've got to do it gently to bring the system up to speed and then get back into a growing period again. But yeah, really pleased where I'm at. I appreciate for you watching. It probably doesn't look like there's an awful lot of progress has happened. Trust me, it has, but it's mainly more fiddling and fettling than anything else. We've got, obviously, this isn't as it's going to look, but I have set up the frame, so I've got my Draco drum controller. You can see at the minute, fired 30 minutes ago. Pump controller. I've got myself a box for electrical stuff, try and keep it all safe from water. This will be getting a lid air pump, which is just powering up for now. Again, none of that's finalised. I did have fun with that union down there. I forgot to do it up. I realised when I was watching one of the videos back, I'd forgotten to do that up. So that was fun, trying to lift that up and try and tighten that up at the same time, take pressure off it. But we did it. Yeah. Let's go and have a look at the fish inside. Right, so let's get on with getting this giveaway done. So I'll pop up the Wheel of Fortune and we'll see who wins it. Congratulations, Kevin White 1077. You are the winner of the ozone generator unit. Send me an email, drop me your details, and I'll get that posted out to you as soon as you get them over to me. So, yeah, thank you for everyone who entered, guys. And as ever, give us a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you've enjoyed today. And until next time, take care. I'll catch you soon. Cheers for watching.